Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today I have another Nailed It episode for you. We voted on a look created by makeup artist Malvina Isfan. This look was featured on Pat McGrath's Instagram page. I'll include a picture of this look. I'm going to try to find products within my collection that closely, if not exactly, matches the colors used. And we're going to see how close I can get to this look, whether I nailed it or failed it. One of the rules, or the only rule of this Nailed It series, is that we can't purchase any new makeup to create the look. We have to find something within our existing makeup collection. It's always been really fun whether I nail it or not, so I'm looking forward to seeing how I do with today's look. Because this was featured on Pat McGrath's Instagram, she did include steps on how to create this look as well as the product used. And step number one is to use the Permagel Ultra Glide eyeliner in extreme black and to smudge this all over the lid and extend outwards. In terms of product match, it doesn't get more straightforward than this when you have the exact product in the instructions. Let's go ahead and do this. I already have my brows drawn in, primer, foundation. The foundation is set, so we're just going to focus on the eyes, cheeks, lips. I'm going to stop here with the liner because this is quite a bit. I'm going to try to smudge it and extend it. We can always come back to add more. I do think I need a fluffier brush so that this could be achieved faster. I switched from Sonia G's soft shader from her Sky Eye set to the Jumbo Blender. With Sonia G's Pencil Pro, this is from her Pro Eye set, I'm going to try to extend the liner. The next step is use a small flat brush dampened with Mayron mixing liquid to swipe Gold Standard eyeshadow onto the inner socket and lid. I don't have Gold Standard. I have several Pat McGrath palettes, but not the shade Gold Standard, so we're going to have to find a substitute. Instead of the Mayron mixing medium, I'm going to use Mario's liquid mixing medium, which I think they function the same. I want to swatch the gold shades I have rounded up to see which is the closest. First I have Mario's from his Metals palette, this gold here. This one caught my attention because it is nice and bright. I do think Gold Standard is a fairly bright gold. And even if this is not a complete match, the brightness might just make the cut. Then I have Incandescent Gold 003, and this is from her Blitz Astral Quad, and this is Nocturnal Nirvana. This is much more of an antique gold, less bright, and definitely more yellow. Then I have from Midnight Sun the shade Jubilee, and this is also from Pat McGrath. This might be a better fit than this here. It's not as warm, but still lacking that brightness I'm looking for. Then we have Byredo's Prism palette. This is the shade Venus. I think the final candidates are going to be either Mario's Metal Palette Gold or from Byredo Prism, and this is Venus. I decided to go with Mario's Gold, and I have some of the product on the tray of the palette. I'm going to use Sonia G's from her Keyaki brush set. This is the flat definer, and it has undyed goat hair, so it's suitable for liquid and cream products. The next step is to redefine the liner and emphasize the socket with Underworld eyeshadow, which I don't have, so I think I'm going to go with Dior. This is Black Knight, and this quint was released for their holiday collection. I'm going to use the shade here. I think it's close. Not quite the same, but I think that'll do. I'm going to use this brush to help me redefine the liner. And I am moving the shade to the socket area. I'm going in with the mini booster from Sonia G's Sky Eye set. I'm blending or buffing out the shade in my socket area. Alright, I got a little bit of purple here from my previous look. Let me go ahead and remove some of that. I'm going to add back more gold onto this area here because I think the using that deep blue shade and moving it into the socket, it just diminished the gold a little bit too much. So I'm gonna go back in to add. And then the next step is to emphasize the inner corner and along the liner with sterling eyeshadow on a liner brush dampened with Mayron Mixing Medium. I don't have the shade Sterling, but we're going to go into Mario's Metals palette again, and we're going to use this blue silvery shade. I think it will be bright enough and close enough to what we're looking for. I'm ready to move on to the left eye. After I'm done, we'll come back for everything else. For blush, I'm going to use Wayne Goss's Coral Rose. This is Blushing. Looking at the photo, I do think Malvina used a light matte powder to go onto the high points of the face, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm taking Pat McGrath's eye blurring powder. This is in the shade Light, and we're just going to dust it on to the forehead, bridge of the nose, under the eyes. And the last step for the eyes is to apply Dark Star mascara and false eyelashes. I don't have Dark Star, so I'm going to use a different mascara, and then I'm skipping the falsies today. For lips, I'm going to go in with Wayne Goss's lip liner. This is in the shade Vintage Pink. Then I'm going to go in with this brush here from Sonia G's Kayaki brush set. This is the same as the brush I used earlier. This is the undyed hair version that is suitable for liquids and creams. And I'm just going to blend out the lip liner a little bit. Then I'm applying Camellia from Wayne Goss's Luxury Lip Collection. And for highlighter, I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills' Iced Out Highlighter. I don't think this is really a necessary step, but I thought I was going to add some highlight anyway, and this cool tone highlight seemed to fit with the cooler gold shade I have, and obviously with the bluish silver metallic shade I use as well. So I thought it would be a fun addition. And it looks like Malvina also put some blush on the two sides here on the model. So using what's left on the blush brush from earlier, I'll just do that real quick. I'm going to add some bronzer here for contouring. This is the finished look. This was also a fun look to do. I like that Malvina chose a more traditional makeup look in that with this dramatic eye, not only did she pair it with a matte lip, she also chose a generally matte complexion. While I think she did use some highlighter in this look, it was also minimal. I could tell that she used some kind of light matte powder after she had set the foundation and makeup, and she went back over onto the high points of the face. That would be my guess. And so that was good. It was different. It's nice to see. And as you guys saw with me, I did the look on my right eye before going to the left. When I went to the left eye, I was way more comfortable with how much blending to do, how much product, where to place the product for easier, better results. And on the right eye was really just, you know, going in first time, cold turkey, sort of experimental. So naturally, I do like how things turned out on the left eye. It was also a lot faster to complete. And the right eye, while it looks not too bad, I think the left eye, you could definitely see the placement of product looks more intentional and there's less going back to fix things, that's for sure. Let me know below what you think of this look. I always find it rewarding to try something I normally don't do or I don't have much experience in. My number one takeaway from this experience is a good smoky eye begins with smudging black eyeliner. This is so true. As I was blending out the black eyeliner, you could see some of the blue undertone in the liner. And just by doing that, it already gives you dimension or a good foundation to build more dimension into the smoky eye. And considering how this look called for pretty detailed work for both of the metallic shadows, especially the silver one, while this was or is the best choice I have in my brush collection, if I had a very tapered brush to the end, a very fine point, that would have been top choice. That is what Malvina used, and it really would allow me to kind of go in and draw as if I was using like a mechanical pencil, for example, just that really fine line with plenty of control. This here still worked well, but there were times when my hand wasn't steady that I would just add like a little bit too much product to an area. So I think this is okay for a first attempt. I'm definitely much happier with the left eye than the right. Definitely check out the other Nailed It participants' videos. I will have all of their information in the description below. I'm going to keep this look on for the rest of the day and I'll be filming another video. And it was rewarding. It always is. Gives me a chance to try something I normally don't do with products I already have. And while I am happier with my left eye than my right, I think it's okay to do the second video with the same makeup look. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.